grieve. Now he can publicly celebrate.
It's nice seeing that smile. You're right. Every single time I feel like we've seen him receive an award, a personal award, it's kind of with a little a straight face, a defeated face, a face of like a consolation prize for him. And so to now get a chance to watch him walk across this stage, pick up a championship medal, and eventually hoist the trophy, wearing the armband for his country, no better moment.
And his country, I mean, that's the interesting thing, the interesting relationship that he has with his country. And, you know, over the years, at times, it just looking like it was a burden. And to be able to do this for himself, you know, I'm assuming that the great Diego Maradona is looking down and smiling and incredibly proud. The inevitable compare and contrast with him over the years that at times has been fair, hasn't been fair. A lot of people have always looked, yeah, but he hasn't had that one moment, hasn't had that moment. Well, he has that moment. And the man has done pretty much everything that you can do on the soccer field.
To that point, Lex, you're right. We've witnessed so many historic moments through his timeline of his career. And we got the opportunity again tonight. We're getting the opportunity again tonight to witness probably the one that's the most important to him. When he looks back on his career, if he doesn't go on to win a World Cup or have future success, more success with his national team, this will probably be the moment he looks back on with fondest memories. And I'm probably speaking out of turn in saying that, but just going based off of the way things have transpired with his national team and the comments he's made, this is going to rank high.
It's a gift. It's a gift that we get to watch him play and that we've been able to watch him raise that trophy in success.
This is an interesting moment for Brazil, and we saw Neymar on the field and how emotional he was and how much pain he was in. He's going to remember this moment.
Yeah.
And this is all, that moment for this team is going to be channeled and utilized in the Fall Olympics.
Feel it. Let it seep in. Let it hurt. You know, Ali, you talked about suffering. All right, this is suffering, and there is a World Cup that's around the corner. And this is a very, very good Brazil team, and it's going to get better, and it's going to be better from having gone through this experience.
There's a Brazil team steamrolling through World Cup qualifying. They are heading to the World Cup, by all accounts, next fall, winter, with all kinds of momentum, and that man is going to be awfully motivated in Qatar. Watch out for Brazil next fall, next winter. They may be runners-up here, but they may be your titleist in Qatar. Brazil getting their runner-up medals, which means Argentina waiting for that next celebration. Lionel Messi saying the other day, what I want most is to win another title. Excuse me. What Lionel Messi said the other day was, what I want most is to win a title with the national team. His opportunity is about to happen. John Strong, Stu Holden.
You know, Rob, we are fans of the sport, but you can't help but at times feel like the sport is oversaturated, right? I mean, month after month, every single week, it's another must-see clash, another crucial game, another tour, another tournament, another trophy. And yet to see the emotion, the contrasting emotion of Lionel Messi and of Neymar playing for their countries, knowing that you don't just get to do this again next year. It's worked hard to get back to even to be in this sort of position again for a tournament that a lot of people fairly, I think, wondered whether should even take place.
Yeah.
This is an incredible statement of the power of the sport, the power of international soccer, and really for two men who have accomplished everything, what this particular game tonight meant to them.
Yeah. Football wins. The sport wins. All of us win getting to witness what has taken place over the past month. And the narrative coming in was, could Lionel Messi win that trophy with Argentina? And what these players have been through, what the coaches have been through, playing in front of no fans, being confined to hotels, all they were thinking about is this moment. And I can tell you, when that trophy is lifted, it'll all be worth it. And it is, the sacrifices that you make. And it just goosebumps watching the entire celebrations, all these scenes on the field, just pure joy, especially from the Argentina side.
And the role that Angel Di Maria will hold in this, the game-winning goal that he scored, the goal that Argentina couldn't get from other players in past finals, even Diego Maradona. We think of him in the '86 World Cup and the goal of the century in the hand of God. It was Burruchaga who scored the winning goal for Argentina in the final after they blew a 2-goal lead to West Germany. We think about Emiliano Martinez, who 13 months ago couldn't get a game, could barely even dress as the backup at Arsenal, who is now a starter in the Premier League, made himself an icon with his penalty saves and his chirping as well in the shootout with Colombia. Papu Gomez, 33 years of age at his first Copa America, scored goals in back-to-back games to keep the momentum going for Argentina. Lionel Scaloni, who was an afterthought, an assistant coach, a co-interim coach at one point, handed the reins, pushed all the right buttons to get them here. At the end of the day, though, this is about Lionel Messi. Does your opinion of Lionel Messi change at all, or is it just a matter of that monkey finally being off his back?
I didn't need it, but I can tell you many people did in that argument. And also, you could tell by his comments leading up to it, seeing Lionel Messi and the penalties against Colombia and the intensity that he had, scissor kick, slide tackling throughout this game, doing what it takes because he needed this. And I think he wanted this more than anything. And to see him about to lift that trophy, you will see tears of joy, of passion, and just years and years of waiting and building for this moment that he's going to get that great release.
The weight of the shirt, the number 10 in the Albiceleste, the stripes of white and sky blue. This tournament began with the images of the late Diego Maradona in computer animation in the opening ceremony before the opening match of this Copa America. It ends with the real-life vision of that man, Lionel Messi, 34 years of age, from Rosario, Argentina, who has done everything you can possibly do as a professional soccer player. And the last thing left to be done has been accomplished at the Maracanã in Rio de Janeiro. And you see the emotion on the face of those staff members, those players. What it means for them, yes, but what it means for him most of all. Alejandro Dominguez, president of CONMEBOL, will hand him a trophy that represents more than 100 years of South American soccer history. And for the first time in 28 of those years, it is going to Argentina. They have won the Copa America. Let's hand you back to Rob Stone. What a month, what a Copa America, what a moment for Messi in Argentina.
So now the narrative will shift to, okay, you won your Copa America, Lionel Messi. Now, let's see if you can do it on the big stage, the World Cup in Qatar next year. Lex, how do you think this win tonight, through the course of this tournament, impacts Argentina big picture going into next year's big tournament?
Well, I mean, from a Messi perspective, I actually think it motivates him because I think it relieves that pressure. And a Messi that is joyful, as we've seen, but now is relieved of that pressure, look out, because he still has plenty to give. From a team perspective, we've said, whether it's Brazil or this Argentina team, this entire pathway and all of the suffering, all the good and bad that has gone through, and ultimately coming out on top, that is huge for any type of team in terms of the development. And a team that is still coming together. The lack of dysfunction, the lack of drama, the adherence to discipline individually and collectively from this team, which we haven't always seen in the past. I think that's translated into a better Argentina team that I think is going to get better as they go through qualifying, and I think we're going to see it.
I love listening to that. Yeah. I mean, that's just amazing.
But that's. I mean, look, it is not a perfect game, but it is the beautiful game. And the beautiful game is not just about the kicking of the ball. It's about the stories, and it's about the triumph and the loss and the joy and the pain and the pathways that the players and these teams and these coaches and these fans have to go through.
And Lex, winning is a thing that is a learned process.
Kids just having fun.
Yep.
Kids just having fun winning cups.
But when you go through this kind of process, right, you learn certain behaviors. You learn how to navigate. Lex, you talked about it earlier. You learn how to suffer. And now going into a World Cup, we were talking earlier about who is better positioned to go on and have success. Brazil being motivated by losing. Well, I look at this group and say they now know how to win. They know how to win in different circumstances, with or without fans, through adversity, moments of different types of adversity. They found a way to get it done, and they showed resilience and growth and consistency throughout this tournament. So,
and remember, this was the underdog team. They have the greatest player in the world, and they're still considered the underdog coming into this final. And when you're coming in those type of circumstances, you need big performances from your squad.
Maybe tomorrow they think about the World Cup, but tonight you celebrate this and you have a big party.
and big shout out to DePaul. What a match. Come on.
Who do you think that trophy is going to be sitting next to on the flight back to Buenos Aires?
Only one answer there, my friend.
'15 coming up next from Dallas, and this was one of those moments we were looking forward to. Neymar and Messi embracing minutes after the final whistle as Messi, yes, finally gets his title.